This is episode 2051 of the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley. How are you doing? Welcome to day 5 of our series we're exploring this week, all about your brain health and breathing techniques. In today's episode, you are going to discover a breathing technique that helps to keep your brain young. And I want to honor you for showing up today. There are so many things you could be doing right now. What with all the different things going on in the world and the distractions and all that we're adapting to, here you are, giving yourself this time to slow down and connect to that best part of who you are. That's the part you tap into each time you settle yourself down to meditate. This is the part of you that can get lost in the shuffle, especially in these days where there's a lot of fear and uncertainty. So know that you are right where you need to be, doing the best thing you could be doing for yourself right now. Before I guide you using the technique for today, I want to ask you how your challenge is coming along. You had a challenge this week, and that is to give yourself a 1-minute breathing break. How is it going? Do you notice that you feel a little more peace, energy, and clarity? I found when I started doing a breathing technique every single day, I would set the alarm on my phone to go off. I did it 3 times a day. You could do that too. You could do your 1-minute breathing technique 3 times a day. Start with once a day though, if you're new to all of this. So I would set it for 3 times a day, and when the timer went off, I would stop and observe my breath and do a breathing technique. And when I first started doing this, I found that my mind would wander after about 20 or 30 seconds. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I couldn't even really focus my attention for a full minute. Well, after I started doing this for a few days, I was able to easily focus on my breath without my mind wandering for the full minute. So you may be noticing this yourself as well as we head towards the end of our series soon. And I want you to know that you get better and better at doing this, just as with anything. The more you focus on anything, the more awareness you have as this thing being an option. So for your breathing technique that you're focusing on and bringing into your awareness this week, you will find that during your times of greatest need, when stress and anxiety seem to greet you each day, you may find that you revert automatically, unconsciously, to your breath. Because as you are practicing your 1-minute breathing technique this week, you are creating your breath as a reference point, as an option to fall back on when you want to manage your difficult emotions. So never underestimate the power of your breath. In fact, I want to share with you a little about how important your breath is in keeping your brain young. So there is a research finding that shows that meditators who practice breathing centered practices, just as you're doing this week, just as you're doing today, it increases focus, and these meditators have healthier looking brains. In fact, the senior investigator, Ian Robertson, who is the co-director of the Global Brain Health Institute at Trinity, says yogis and Buddhist practitioners have long considered the breath an especially suitable object for meditation. It is believed that by observing the breath and regulating it in precise ways, a practice known as pranayama, changes in arousal, attention, and emotional control that can be of great benefit to the meditator are realized. He goes on to say this: our research finds that there is evidence to support the view that there is a strong connection between breath-centered practices and a steadiness of mind. These findings are useful for treating people with attention deficit disorder and also for healthy seniors who want to keep their mind young well into old age. So you are doing great things for your brain as you do these breathing techniques each day. In fact, I encourage you to do a breathing technique before you go into your meditation. Each time I sit down to meditate, I always do a breathing technique. So your breathing technique for today is this. You are going to be expanding your breath and your oxygen capacity by progressively increasing the duration that you inhale, hold your breath, and exhale for. Now, as you do this technique, I want to mention that I'm going to guide you through using this technique where you inhale, hold your breath, and exhale to the count of 4. And then you'll do another round where you do the same thing to the count of 5, and then another round to the count of 6. I encourage you to go at your own pace. So for you, if you're not used to doing breathing techniques, you might want to start off with a count of 2, and then go up to the count of 3, and then go up to the count of 4. And for those of you who have been meditating and doing pranayama techniques for a while, you might even do a higher count. In fact, I have another little challenge for you. I encourage you to continue doing your 1-minute breathing technique every day, even after this series ends. Continue doing this for yourself. It's so powerful. It's so beneficial for your brain. And I encourage you to build up your breathing capacity and see if you can build up over a few weeks' time to inhaling to the count of 12, holding your breath to 12, and exhaling to 12. This can be a goal you set for yourself. So for today, we'll do it to a count of 4, 5, and 6. Again, go at your own pace. So as you settle yourself down and get ready to meditate, making sure your body is comfortable, your spine is straight, and your eyes are closed, gently elevated upward. This keeps your thoughts uplifted. And begin to notice your breath. Each inhale through your nose and each exhale through your nose. Not forcing your breath in any way, just simply observe your breath. We'll do this breath to the count of 4, and then we'll switch it up to the count of 5 and to the count of 6. Again, go at your own pace. Inhale to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale to 5. Hold for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale to 6. Hold 6. Exhale 6. Very nice. Now sink into your inner stillness. The full guided meditations, as always, are on the Sip and Om meditation app. Half-hour meditations every day. You can try the app for 2 weeks, absolutely free. You receive a breathing journal and a breathing guide for this week's series. You are so worth slowing down for.